Bomb you! Bomb you! Bomb you! Bomb you!
So this is Daniel Larson. And for most of you who don't know who Daniel Larson is, he's a TikToker that came into early fame in early 2020, where Daniel himself would start to gain a lot of traction on his TikTok account, which at the time was named Daniel Larson Fans, where he posted random songs and several announcements. Now, going into the year 2021, he grew what would seem like a cult-like following to a lot of users during various character arcs, is what his fans would name these situations that Daniel would go through. And now Daniel had a lot of situations, and when I say a lot, I mean over 3 years. There's a ton of videos that surfaced around YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, TikTok mainly, but a lot of situations that were posted by his supposed quote-unquote fans who actually turned out to be trolls who had created these situations and who had made a lot of things happen. Now, unfortunately, Daniel was arrested this year. I'm not sure of the time, but as far as I know, and as far as we're going to dive down in this video on, Daniel was arrested, to my knowledge, for creating threats towards federal agents. Now, if you don't know what a federal agent is, this simply just stands for anyone that works with the FBI. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, what would one person have to do to have charges against them about the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the United States? Well, let's pull up a clip right here, and I'm sure you guys will understand what exactly kind of person Daniel Larson even is.
We weren't moving and getting things done fast enough, so Grace ended up having sex with Jacob Sartorius, and Grace is now pregnant.
So, for anyone who doesn't know who exactly Daniel is talking about here, he's talking about Grace VanderWaal. Now, Grace VanderWaal, she previously won AGT back in 2016. Which was when she was at the age of 12. Now, Daniel himself is born in 1998, while Grace is born in 2004. So a pretty substantial 6-year difference. Now, the clip that I did just include there happened in June of 2023. So if you go back a little more at the time of this video is being made, Grace is now 20. While Daniel is 25. So Daniel would have been 24 at the time, while Grace would have been around 19, 18. So you can see that it's a little strange. Now, Daniel has some sort of weird obsession with Grace. And if you go back on a lot of his videos, he talks about Grace a lot, to the point where a fan even messaged Grace, and I'll pull up the messages right here. A fan even messaged Grace and asked her, "Do you know who Daniel Larson is?" And she clearly stated that she does not like Daniel whatsoever and that she really wishes Daniel would stop talking about her. But did Daniel stop is the real question. No. No, he didn't. Now, this got so bad to the point where Grace's actual mom had to comment on his YouTube videos on multiple accounts because Daniel just would not stop talking about her daughter. Now I'll pull up a couple images just back to back here, and we'll talk about it a little bit. So in this specific image, this is on one of Daniel Larson's what I would assume to be YouTube videos or YouTube shorts. Now, Wall Studio pretty clearly is Grace's mom. I'm not sure about her name, and I'm not sure that I should mention her name either. But it reads, "God, Daniel, do you think I'm watching your lives? Whoever just contacted you claiming to be me was not me. I have no idea who Ox even is. I don't want you to talk about Grace or our family anymore. I have only replied to you once when you DM'd me a couple of weeks ago. Then I told you to stop saying Grace's name, but clearly you refused to listen. Stop all of this. Everyone communicating with you are trolls trying to get you to do crazy things. Please stop. So pretty clearly, Grace's mom here is very upset. She did DM Daniel Larson a couple of weeks ago, as stated in here, that she does not want Daniel to bring up Grace's name or talk about their family ever again. I mean, Daniel did not stop, quite obviously, if she had to post this on his YouTube video. Daniel does do a lot of tweets about Grace and her family. And Daniel decided to respond with, I have an important question. Now, I mean, Grace's mom didn't really take very nicely to Daniel wanting to ask a very simple question, and I'll pull that up right here. All right, so as we can clearly see here, Grace's mom obviously does mind. She obviously wants Daniel to stop talking about her daughter. And she has said that she's spoken to the DDRC as well as the Denver police and the FBI as well. Now, Daniel obviously apologizes for everything happening. I'm not sure why he calls her misunderstood though, but he does state that he wants to help in any way possible. I'm gonna be honest, Daniel. I don't think Grace or her mom wants this, or her family, probably even her great grandma who's like in a grave somewhere, man. Like, just leave them alone. But realistically, if we're taking all of this into account, Daniel obviously does not stop, and that is probably one of the reasons that he is arrested today. Now, if we take a look at a couple of more TikToks that Daniel has posted about Grace Vanderwall, you can sort of see the reality starting to set in, that a lot of these trolls are messaging Daniel to set up the situations that have been posted online.
Okay, this is the code silver. This is the code silver. Grace Vanderwall just had the FBI show up at her house. She is being taken into custody. She's literally being taken into custody right now. And the FBI is trying to find me to take me to Russia. This is confirmed. My assistant, Warren, is freaking out, and he literally just said, like, what the actual fuck, while I was on the phone with him. Like, this is no joke. This is real. And anyone who's not believing this is insane. I am not a threat. And neither is Grace. And you guys are involving Grace in the middle of this.
So obviously, guys, Daniel being the very special agent in America that he is using code silver. Now, what code silver means, according to him, is that Grace Vanderwall has been taken by the FBI at her, I would suppose, mansion, since she's a superstar and won a, $1 million talent show with the ukulele. So, but Daniel is stating, oh yeah, the FBI is going to come get me. We're going to go to Russia and we're going to do, some Spy Kids movie mission. All right, he's going to become the next Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise, watch out. This guy's coming for your job. But anyway, besides the point, Daniel Larson here, obviously, this is a subject of trolling. Now, he most likely has a lot of people messaging him saying, oh, Daniel, Grace has been taken. You need to go save her. Obviously, it isn't true. And he's saying that his manager is freaking out over this and that he isn't a threat. Also stating that his quote-unquote fans, what he seems to think are his fans, are involving Grace Vanderwall in this entire situation. Daniel, I think it's you involving Grace in this entire situation. If it were up to me and I was the FBI, I would have arrested this guy around 2 years ago. I would have done this already. This already would have happened. I really don't see the point why Daniel needs to continue mentioning Grace Vanderwall, even after all of the messages that have surfaced online from her between a fan and even Daniel having direct contact with the mother. So a lot of you might be asking yourself right now, oh, but like what's really the issue? What are you trying to get at here? They're both adults. I mean, they're both over the age of 18. That's not really the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is that Daniel has been told multiple times, numerous times. I'm sure, obviously, not by Grace herself, but by Grace's mother and Grace's family members, and most likely Daniel's fans as well. The only issue and the only problem with this is that Daniel actually owned a Pinterest account, and on this Pinterest account were some pretty insane things.
Yes, the Pinterest was mine. And yes, I actually followed all of those pictures and stuff of, like, children.
So I'm sure now you can see what exactly I'm getting at in this video. Daniel Larson, if this isn't the reason that he was arrested, and by the way, the reason Daniel was arrested, if I didn't mention it already, or if you didn't hear me at the start of the video, Daniel Larson was arrested by the federal police or the FBI or the Federal Bureau of Investigation, whatever you want to call it, for 6 counts, I believe 6 counts of threats towards federal agents. Federal agents. Now, federal charges are not the greatest charges that you want to get. Now, these are the top of the food chain for charges. These will put you away for a very long time. And Daniel got no change, no short end of the stick here. Daniel is being put away for a total of 60 years. Now, if you're taking that into account, by the time that Daniel gets out of federal prison, he will be 85 years old. Now, will Daniel be put into a normal federal prison? Most likely not. I would assume that he would go into one that, accommodates to his mental needs. As Daniel, as you can see in these videos, that Daniel does have a little bit of mental issues, and I would assume he is diagnosed with a couple of things. A lot of his videos do include self-harm, which I obviously cannot include on YouTube due to their policies, but you are free to take a look at them yourself in your own time. I will not be including them here. But according to the Pinterest that Daniel Larson admitted to owning, I'm just going to pull up a clip here and show you guys exactly what was on this Pinterest. Now, taking a look through the video that I included, you can see that a lot of the sections that Daniel Larson has on his Pinterest are mostly made up of children. Now, this is very disappointing, and I want to say that this is something that happens in the world and shouldn't happen, but Daniel Larson, unfortunately, we're going to call him a PDF file. Daniel got caught saving pictures of children, saving pictures of Grace Vanderwall when she was a child and when she was on America's Got Talent, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. He should have been arrested far earlier when this video came out, and it's been a long time. I mean, the video that I included is a year old. It's been a long time, and Daniel should have been arrested far before this year. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is my opinion and my take on this situation and the situation of Daniel being arrested? Well, obviously, as I've stated in this video, I think that Daniel should have been arrested a long time ago. And I do think that this is a good thing. that he is being locked up. I mean, a lot of the proof that is all out on the internet and a lot of the proof that I've displayed in this video, I don't really think it's fair to say, for him to be out in public. I don't think it's safe for him to have a platform. I really don't think he should have been on the platform to begin with. I mean, it spiraled out of control. The group homes didn't even help him. It's just, I mean, it's disappointing. Obviously, he does have some mental struggles, and he started off life not in a very good sector and didn't have a great upbringing. But I do believe that it is a good thing that Daniel is locked away now for his own good, really, and for the good of others as well. And I really hope that when he does come out, that he is a changed person and has learned from his actions. All right, guys, that is the end of the video. That is the end of the maybe part one to the Daniel Larson trilogy. I mean, we could have more news come out about this guy, but I think really we've covered most of the important things. Daniel Larson is in prison now. If you guys like this video and you want to see more content like this, I did get pretty good reviews on the most recent video. I did get a comment about the subtitles, so I'm just wondering if you like the no subtitles and you want to keep the no subtitles on, or if you want me to do the full sentence subtitles instead of the one-word ones that I had in my previous video. Make sure to pop a comment down below and just let me know, and I can change it for the next video. I've got no issue with doing that. But most of all, thank you guys if you've watched all the way through. I really appreciate the support. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, put those noties on if you want to know when I'm posting next. Trust me, guys, these videos are only going to get better and better. The content I'm going to put out is only going to get more insane. We're going to talk about some pretty insane stuff on this channel. I really appreciate the love, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, or morning.